TikTok called this strategy cringe, but it funded my Porsche. I'm going to teach you how boomer strategies actually work better than a lot of what people my age are doing now. Social media is incredible. Boomer strategies work better. Let me show you how. So the problem is, Gen Z are all digital. There's absolutely no doubt that the online world is the easiest way of making money, all right? Everybody who decided to make a stupid TikTok dance in 2022 is now a bazillionaire, all right? These people make money way too easily. Frankly, I think this gravy train has kind of slowed down, and if you're someone who has a triple-digit IQ, it probably doesn't appeal to you particularly much to just be a child dancing on an app for other children. I don't think this TikTok marketing strategy will work forever, all right? What I'm a big proponent of is outreach in person. Now, everybody online is an Indian scammer unless proven otherwise. If I come to you and I message you on LinkedIn, you're immediately going to assume I'm a scammer. And for good reason. Most people on the internet are scammers. I honestly can't blame you. I do the exact same thing. So fundamentally, people seeing you in person automatically makes them trust you more. Okay, so the issue with doing things in person is that they don't really scale. The thing about TikTok, to give them credit, is if you have 100,000 followers on TikTok, you have 100,000 pairs of eyes in front of you. If you're an incredible public speaker, but you only do it in public, in front of people, you might only appeal to a room of 20 people. The issue with that is two things. First, in the early stages of your business, you need to do things that don't scale. There are plenty of people out there who have started successful agency businesses, and their very first piece of advice to people is something along the lines of, you have to do things that don't scale to get yourself up off the ground. And the interesting thing about a lot of the people with hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok, for example, they don't have anywhere near the conversion rates of existing in person. There was this story of this woman who did a follower meetup for her TikTok followers, and she did it in New York, and she went and rented this building, and everybody come down, and there were loads of people who said they would come. Do you want to know how many people actually came to this event? Not a single person. So the point is, if you have literally tens, if not hundreds of thousands of followers on social media, as incredible as that is, they're almost like just they may as well not exist how unmotivated of a buyer these types of people are. That's where marketing in person comes in. So the solution is we go where our customers are, right? The easiest way of selling to someone is inserting yourself into their niche circles. Even better if it's in person. I encourage you to go and engage with these types of entrepreneur circles in person. So here is how I did it. Implementation. So in September of 2023, I started going to in-person networking events. Now, I think in-person networking is mostly mental masturbation. I think it's a waste of time. What you should do when you go there is try and expand your social network. You want to go ahead and meet these people, talk to them, show your face, and just introduce yourself to them so they now know that you're a person in the real world and you're not a Bangladeshi scammer. So in October of 2023, I got my very first 1,000 British pound a month paying agency client. And how I did this is I outreached to a person on LinkedIn that I actually met in person at one of these business networking events. And I basically just messaged them with something along the lines of, hey, I liked our conversation we had. I find your business quite interesting. I think we can work together. Here's my booking link. Let's have a discussion. And I ended up signing them. And in March of 2024, I went up to £5,000 a month. Now, in the grand scheme of things, in the circles of people running agencies, I'm making a bazillion dollars a second through an agency. That doesn't sound very good, but I'm here to give advice from a real person to a real person. £5,000 a month, or I think it's like $6,500 a month for someone earning a regular salary, as I am, is a lot of money, and your lifestyle will change very considerably going and making that type of money. So later in 2024, my business skyrocketed by me going into niche marketing circles. Now, the way that I did this is I used the people that I actually met in person to go and get me in contact with more people that they were acquainted with, so mutual friends. And I ended up joining their Discords and private subreddits and private LinkedIn groups and private Facebook groups. And just by mutual friends that I met through these in-person business networking events, I expanded my social group to make it so there's now a considerably larger group of people that know I'm a real person and trust me through the fact that I'm acquainted with their mutual friends. So the thing is, now in 2025, with me going and pushing social media a little bit more, a lot, in fact, almost all of my social media followers in the early days were the people that I met in these niche online circles that I actually started off with meeting in these in-person circles. So as much as people my age group are terrified of going and doing things in person, I think this is an incredible cheat code to get your business up off the ground in the early stages. Go and show your faces in these circles. Let people know that you're a real person, and then we can go and market to them on the internet. All right? Most LinkedIn messages are ignored, but if they know you, they're going to consider. So we want to do things that don't scale, all right? Business networking in person is mostly a waste of time and it doesn't scale. You're not going to be able to get to $1 million a second like a lot of these social media people are at, quote unquote, apparently, right? That's what they claim with these online, with this in-person approach. But what you're going to be able to do is get your business up off the ground. And that's actually one of the hardest parts of running a business is that initial 0 to 1. Going from nothing at all to having your first 3 or 4 clients is incredibly hard. But once you get the social proof, the next 10, the next 20, the next 30 clients are considerably easier to get. So getting over that first hurdle of your first 3-4 clients is incredibly hard, and that's why you need to go to these in-person events. So as someone who works a regular job, I work a regular 9 to 5 in addition to my agency, you need to go and consider how much your life would change taking on only 3 to 4 well-paying clients. If you're making $1,000 or $1,500 a month off of each one of those clients, your life will immediately become better, making 5 or 6 extra grand a month. And interestingly enough, with just copying what I've told you here, going to in-person events, meeting these people, showing your face, getting to that point is surprisingly easy. All right, they're considerably easier to achieve than you actually think. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching my video. Check out the links in the description. Please like, comment, subscribe. It helps the YouTube algorithm. It pushes the video out to more people. Have a great day.